Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to The Longing. It's day 383. It's a Saturday today, the 11th of December. In today's advent calendar, it was a Christmas present for the third time. I'm disappointed in the advent calendar. I should never have brought it up in these videos, or at the very least, I should have got myself a better advent calendar. Ah well, I'll keep going with it, because, you know, I've started, so I'll finish. I have a pretty wholesome anecdote today. I have a friend who has played a lot of Rust, the video game, which is one of the few games I've never played. He's played a lot of it, he has like 1 million hours or something. And he was streaming it to me and some other friends in a Discord call last night. He was like, "Yo, check out this new DLC or something." And it was pretty cool, and one of the things that DLC included was a radio station, or a radio that could get radio from real life and then play it through in the game. That was pretty cool, and he brought it up. He was showing me, because he's American and I'm English, and it had BBC radios on. And so we were talking about like the different BBC radios, and he switched it over to BBC Radio 3, which is typically the classical station. And there was a show that had video game music in it, which is nice. I think that it is, at least in the public eye, you know, to general audiences, let's say, then it is a vastly underappreciated genre of music. And so it's nice to have that there was this hour-long show. It is at 2 AM on a Saturday morning, but whatever. It is nice that there is that show. That, you know, the music was from all kinds of games. You know, they had, one of the tracks they played was from Undertale. One of the tracks they played was from a game that I had never heard of, ever, from anyone ever. But the wholesomeness of it is because they were playing such a wide variety of music from all sorts of games that I actually looked up the games that I didn't recognize, put them on my wish list. I'll buy them someday, and they look great, and I can't wait to experience them. One of them was called Proteus, which is a game that Nerdcubed played in 2012, and the music, it's just kind of an exploration game, really. It's a game about existence. But not in the way that this game is a game about existence. In Proteus, you just walk around an island and look at pretty stuff and listen to the pretty music and whatever. And the track they played, it was Sweet 2, I think, was the name of the track. That's the only one I'm going to be able to remember, by the way. Because it had such a simple name. And that was a very nice track, and I looked it up, and I looked up on the radio's website, and it said, "This is what we're playing." That's how I found out. Went on the game on Steam. I thought, oh yeah, I remember this. It looks like it's had a lot of updates in the last 9 years. So I put it on my wish list. I'll buy it probably soon, because it's like £3. The second game was called Falcon Age, which is, I think it's probably the game that was made for me. Like, you know, you get those like games that were just made for you. That Falcon Age was made for me. The first line of the Steam description on the Steam page, the Steam store page, was something like, "Befriend a baby owl and go on an adventure." And I was like, those are my two favorite things. I love, no, not an owl, a falcon. I'm an idiot. Befriend a baby falcon and go on an adventure. And I was like, yeah, I love birds. Birds are cool as hell. And I love adventure. Adventures are also cool as hell. And, bonus points, it can be played in VR, which obviously is my big thing right now. So, I'm going to get that probably soon as well. It wasn't too expensive. And the third game, which the radio was playing a track of, I can't remember what it's called, but it was a fishing game. And fishing in video games is one of my favorite things. I think that any game that has a fishing minigame is just, takes it to an extra level. I'm surprised it took Skyrim 10 years. So I put those 3 games on my wish list, and maybe you should too. I think one of the joys of me being kind of a variety gamer, so to speak. I own a lot of games that I haven't played for very long, or I've played for enough time each. You know, I've played There are some games I've played for like 1,000 hours, like Skyrim I've played for 1,000 hours, Terraria I've played for 1,000 hours. But most of the time, I will play a game for 50 hours at once, maybe. Or most games, I just have... If you look at the stats for my most played game, like downwards, it's like 800 hours, 500 hours, 300 hours, 200 hours, then in 100 hours. Within like 10 games, it goes to under 100 hours. I play a lot of different games, and the joy of that is that I get to experience a lot of different games. And I get to experience all different kinds of games. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the people, like my friend who has played, I think he's got like 2,000 hours in Rust, and he has like 2,000 hours in Rainbow Six as well. Never mind, he's had fun. I've had fun playing with him too. You know, different, what's the saying? Different something for different people or whatever. Anyway. I'm excited to buy those few games. Obviously, right now I'm saving up for a computer, which I can announce that I may have already said, but I'm not getting it during this series. I'm gonna get it maybe at the end of this month, maybe next month, depending on how much I get paid, because I don't actually know. But I should have been paid enough from my work for this month to be able to get a computer. So that'll be exciting. Something nice for the new year. Other than that, I think that's everything for today. It's a Saturday, almost the end of the week. Tomorrow is Sunday, which will be the actual end of the week. Don't know why I pointed that out. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope you've all had a really good day. I'll see you tomorrow.